Alright, there's an easy way and a hard way to do this. I did it the hard way because I took the whole thing apart and I had it in bits anyway, so probably the easier way is just to first of all grab hold of this grey piece in the middle, unscrew here, this pulls away, work that out, there you go. Now this is the grey part, this is where the problem is. This has got, if it's not oscillating, it will have more than likely lime scale built up inside, so you need to clear that to get it oscillating again. It's actually on the Hozelock website, it actually does recommend, if you have the problem, soaking this in vinegar. So what you need to do, this is the easy way, is if you can somehow get this submerged in 50% vinegar, 50% water, warm water, leave it for half an hour to an hour. That should shift any lime scale that's in there, clogging this up, stopping it from moving. So if you want to go ahead, like I say, that's probably the easier way. You will need to block that up so that the vinegar will sit in here. Okay, so yeah, the hard way is taking this off. Underneath there's a screw. I'm going to take that out. Alright, that just comes off now. Right, once you've got this off, you want to unscrew that nozzle. There's a filter in there. Give that a tap. Should be able to knock that out. If not, maybe use a screwdriver to loosen it. There you go, it's popped out. That's what that looks like. Now, that may just pull off now. No, not quite. See if we can get a screwdriver in there and just get that grey piece out. It may come apart easier now. There you go. So, like I say, yeah, don't lose these bits here. There's two white bits inside. The grey piece and the filter. So this is the part you want. As long as there's that rod there, as long as that's still clicking, your issue is more than likely lime scale built up in there. So, like I mentioned earlier, we do get a cup, 50% vinegar, 50% water, sit that in there. Maybe get some vinegar, pour it directly down there, put something on there, keep it in there, keep it submerged. Half an hour to an hour. You can swap it over maybe halfway through, give it a go the other way. And once half an hour to an hour's gone, come back, give that a good shake over the sink. Make sure anything that's built up in there, give it a good shake and try and shift it. It should have broken down from the vinegar. Right, to put this part back now, with the Hozelock branding on the top, you want to make sure that rod is on the bottom. There's an arrow here which kind of guides you anyway. And make sure these are fully open, because that will open up the gap to its widest for that rod to go into. There you go, make sure that's on. And then once you've got this spindle coming through, take the two white pieces, the little one sits inside the bigger one, pop that in there, and holding it firmly together, push that down till it clicks. That's on quite firmly now. And the grey piece next, push that down. Then your filter. Mine's got a little indent on it from that grey piece pushing in, so make sure it goes in the right way. And then screw that back on. It doesn't screw all the way in, there's a few threads still showing. I thought I'd done it wrong the first time. I noticed that, but that's fine. That should be on firmly now. Yep, there's a tiny little bit of play, but that's fine. Alright, pop that back on, screw that back on. Nice and firm, but don't over tighten it because it is plastic and it will crack. Tiny bit more. Just the final piece now, so pop that in there first of all and push it back so you've got some room, and line that up, making sure the holes are on top. Screw that on. Nice and hand tight. And that should function as it's supposed to now. If when you first turn it back on, the water doesn't seem to be shooting as high as you're used to, what you can do is just put your foot on the hose a few inches away from the end, let the pressure build up in the hose for a few seconds and then release it, and that should bring it back to its normal height. Okay, hope that helps you. Thanks a lot. Cheers.